Today's comment for discussion relates to a video we did recently with Sunny, Chloe's dog. We were conditioning Sunny, getting Sunny comfortable jumping into the back of my van, which had a crate in it. So I use a crate for travel purposes. Now, I appreciate a lot of you have cars where crates won't fit into the back of your vehicles, but they can be a great option for travel if you have the space. And there's crash tested crates available as well, so they can be an extremely safe option for many purposes. Certainly stops your dog flying about in the sake of an accident, minimizing risk of harm. Now, the comment on this post was, would you like to sit in a small crate in a car, aka jail cell, or be in a harness with a couple other bits on the end? So this mindset is still not uncommon in the community. Now, a couple of things that we want to talk about in terms of crates. So the first thing is that no dog is going to go through its life without having to be in a crate at some point. If you're going to the vets, there's a high chance that the dog, certainly if it needs to stay overnight, will need to be in a crate. If the dog is going to the groomers, still reasonably high chance the dog's probably going to be crated at some point in time. Now, if we don't condition a crate, so a crate can be conditioned as a safe space and a happy space for a dog. So my dog, I can open the back of my van. Anytime I finish a session with Ray, she runs to jump into the crate because the crate has been conditioned and it has a high positive association. So she likes being in there because she knows good things happen in there and she finds it a comfortable, safe space to be in. Now, if we wait until the dog goes to its first vet visit and needs to be crated when it's there, so the vet visit itself may hold some stress to your dog, depending on the procedure, then you're going to put the dog in a crate and the dog hasn't experienced a crate before. Well, you're doubling the dog's stress in that situation. That's a pretty poor well-being, welfare outcome, if you ask me. It's not a good situation to put the dog in, and you're doubling down on stress when, without too much effort, we can crate our dogs. And there's a huge amount of value, even in terms of taking your dog away on holidays, all sorts of other applications to using a crate that can mean that the dog actually gets more opportunity to experience more things. So what are your options with a car? You can tether the dog. So is tethering a dog better than crating a dog? Look, I feel that if the dog can have freedom of movement to a degree, they're generally going to be more comfortable than being tethered in. But that's, look, my personal opinion on it. You can absolutely condition a tether without much issue at all. So both are very reasonable solutions. Then what makes it different to a jail cell? Well, the jail cell, there's no positive association created with your jail cell. The jail cell, you're going to be in for a long period of time. The crate is a short period of time. You're going to be on a short trip going somewhere and getting out. So once again, compassion, overly compassionate people who are putting anthropomorphic ideas on dog training and dog management can create significant welfare, well-being issues. We need to be very careful that we frame it from the dog's perspective. If the dog feels a certain way, well, the dog feels a certain way. A dog doesn't feel a certain way because we feel a certain way. It's important not to put our views and feelings on the situation, understand it from the dog's perspective, think about it from a conditioning and training perspective. How can we make the dog comfortable in this situation? And there are certainly limits to everything. There are certainly limits that we don't want to go beyond in terms of anything, in terms of restraint, but some form of crate training will provide your dog with more opportunity, and it will set them up for success when they go to places like vet clinics and groomers.